It's just a good measure to go make sure that you always check everything, and
Amen.
health is wealth, and you just have to be careful with everything that you do.
If you've been on the internet for more than 5 minutes, you already know this next sentence won't shock you. Kim Kardashian's recent brain scan showed unusually low brain activity. And honestly, half the internet reacted like, well, yeah, we could have told you that years ago. For a lot of people, this wasn't breaking news. It was simply medical confirmation of a joke they've been saying for over a decade. But in today's video, we're going to walk through why so many people weren't surprised, how the Kardashians became famous for pretty much doing nothing, what this brain scan actually means medically, and whether Kim is really as low IQ as people love to say, or whether there's more to the story. So sit tight, because this is one you don't want to miss. The internet reacts. We already knew. When Kim publicly revealed her brain activity test, the internet absolutely exploded. Memes everywhere, jokes everywhere, and millions of comments that basically said the same thing. This is the least surprising news ever. People started reposting clips of Kim struggling with basic tasks on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Clips where she looked confused, bored, or just uninterested. And they acted like these were suddenly scientific evidence. For years, Kim has been the face of the pretty but not too bright stereotype. Whether it's her slow responses, her soft baby voice tone, or the way her sisters constantly joke about her being clueless, Kim has unintentionally built an image that many people associate with low intelligence. So when the news broke about her low brain activity score, social media didn't react with concern. They reacted with comedy. Comments like, "This explains everything," or "Finally the science matches the vibes," were everywhere. But before we act like this is a punchline, let's take a step back and talk about something bigger. The Kardashians' entire public brand. A family famous for doing absolutely nothing. The Kardashian-Jenner family is possibly the most unique case study in modern fame. Because unlike other celebrities, who became famous through acting, singing, sports, or achievements, the Kardashians literally built a multi-billion-dollar empire from not doing much at all. Yes, there were scandals. Yes, there was reality TV. Yes, there was the famous tape that jump-started Kim's name. But when you strip everything down, the Kardashians did not rise to the top through any traditional talent. And that's why people love to say they got rich by doing absolutely nothing. It's a running joke at this point. The family is iconic, not because they're gifted singers or brilliant thinkers, but because they mastered attention, controversy, beauty standards, and branding. So when people think of Kim Kardashian, they don't think of a scientist or a philosopher. They think of the girl who turned drama into dollars. This is exactly why the public wasn't shocked by her low brain activity test. For many people, it perfectly matched the image they've had of her for more than a decade. But here's the twist. The test doesn't actually measure intelligence at all, and that part of the story is where things get interesting. The brain scan. What low activity really means. Let's break down the actual science behind Kim's test, because this is the part most people completely misunderstood. Kim underwent a SPECT brain scan, a type of medical imaging that measures blood flow and activity in different regions of the brain. When doctors told her she had unusually low activity in certain emotional and stress-related areas, everyone instantly assumed it meant she wasn't smart. But that's not what low activity means. Low brain activity can come from chronic stress, PTSD, anxiety, long-term emotional pressure, exhaustion, sleep problems, trauma. And Kim has openly talked about experiencing all of these. She's been robbed at gunpoint. She's lived under 24/7 paparazzi attention. She's navigated the chaos of Kanye West's public breakdowns. And she has dealt with extreme levels of pressure since she was young. So medically speaking, low activity in her emotional or anxiety-related regions is frankly understandable. It does not mean she has a low IQ. It does not mean she's dumb. And it does not determine her intelligence or capability. But as you know, the internet doesn't care about science. It cares about jokes. And Kim has been an easy target for years. Still, when you look closely at her business moves, her achievements, and her ability to control public attention, the story becomes more complicated. Is Kim actually smarter than people think? Here's the part that surprises many people. Kim Kardashian is not stupid. At all. She may come off airheaded or overly soft-spoken on camera, but behind the scenes, she has made incredibly strategic decisions. You can call Kim many things, but a failure? Never. If she had no brain activity, she wouldn't be negotiating deals with the biggest companies in the world. She wouldn't be building empires, influencing trends, or reshaping pop culture. So while the internet laughs, the truth is that Kim has proven herself capable over and over again.
But does that mean the jokes are going to stop? Absolutely not. Kim has always been caught in a strange relationship with the public. People love to hate her. They mock her voice, her reactions, her expressions, her decisions, everything. And this brain scan became the perfect new talking point. It allowed people to say, "See, I told you she wasn't smart," even though the test had nothing to do with intelligence. This reaction shows something important. The Kardashians built their empire on image, not intellect. And now, they're stuck with that image forever. Even if Kim earns another billion, even if she passes the bar exam, even if she does powerful justice reform work, people will still see her as the girl who got famous for doing nothing. That's the curse of celebrity branding. So why did Kim reveal the test publicly? Here's the ironic part. Kim voluntarily shared this information. She wasn't exposed. She wasn't trying to hide it. She openly discussed her test results because she wanted to understand more about her mental health. She wanted to address the impact of stress, trauma, and emotional exhaustion. And in a way, that makes her more relatable than ever. Most people wouldn't have the courage to share something the public could use against them. But Kim did, and she got memes instead of empathy. At the end of the day, Kim Kardashian's low brain activity test didn't reveal anything shocking. Not because she's dumb, but because the test measures emotional stress, not intelligence. And Kim has lived a life full of pressure, chaos, scrutiny, and nonstop criticism. Anyone under that level of stress would score lower. So yes, the internet joked. Yes, people said, "We already knew." Yes, the Kardashian family has a reputation for being famous without having any real talent. But the truth is, Kim is far more complex than a meme. And whether people love her or hate her, she continues to win. Financially, strategically, and culturally. So the real question is Kim actually low brain activity, or are people just low empathy?